All right, we're back for another website reviews that might hurt your feelings. And this time we've had Josh send over his home loan specialist website. So that's what we're going to be reviewing today. We're going to go through it, see where he might be lacking, what areas could be fixed, and where he could potentially be losing money.
Okay, so the first thing that we need to do when the website first pops up is just have a general look about the first impressions and the messaging. So the messaging, what we should be doing is looking for a unique value proposition. And the proposition here is finance and dreams, building futures. The
Yeah.
next part of that is, and I need to go closer to the screen here because it's in the smallest of writing. Get started online. We don't
Get
close.
sorted
Oh, sorted. Well, there
online.
you go. I
Yeah.
can't even read it. So that probably needs to be fixed, Josh. Right? Um, my personal view of that is finance and dreams. I think that's good. It's everybody's dream to get their first home, and obviously it's financing it, building
Yeah.
futures. Yep, I think that's good. I think it's obvious and to the point.
Yeah, I completely agree.
The get started, yellow. I know there's quite a lot of people use yellow with dark lettering, darker text to obviously make it stand out a bit more. But I'm just not really keen on the dark against the yellow. My personal preference there would have probably went with a blue call to action, much like we have got up here or in the right hand corner, with white text. And the thing is blue exudes trust. That's why a lot of tech
And
companies
loyalty, yeah.
that's why a lot of tech companies, and including us, use it as well. Um, uh, but I can see why he's obviously used it to try and differentiate it from the finance and dreams part. Probably something I would test. Probably something I would test. The background image. I understand that we're up in Mackay and there's a lot of palm trees here. There's no really much you can see about the palm trees. I would probably make that more contextual, if you like. If you're financing dreams, especially with being a home loan or a specialist home loan, a home loan specialist, I would make more sense to have maybe a young family, if that's the target market, standing holding the keys to their nice new home. In
Yeah.
fact, you could probably push that even further and have Josh in a photograph with
Yeah.
you
I
know
was just about to say that.
a young
Yeah.
family with their home. Plus, as well, because it would be maybe in Mackay, what Sundays, or wherever Josh is now, which I believe is still Mackay, Josh. I would give them by the phone number. I would probably that's what I would probably do because people will actually resonate with the image and see that it's Mackay before they read the value proposition. But also as well, it starts that emotional connection with
Yeah.
Josh being the expert, with the family. So
Yeah.
that would be the first thing that I would say about the hero section.
Yep. I completely agree. It adds that element of um realness to the website as well, because you see real people who've probably been in your situation and their outcome, and you are desiring for that outcome.
That's right.
Yeah. And I definitely do agree this get sorted online writing is way too small. Um and it doesn't really make sense. Get sorted online, we don't close at 4 p.m. What I would have done is see how you've got this here, the home loan specialist, your trusted partner in navigating your path to financial success.
Yep.
I'd I'd get rid of that, the home loan specialist, and I'd maybe change it up, but I'd add in your trusted partner in navigating your path to financial success underneath financing dreams, building futures, and make the text just that smidge bit larger so that you can actually read it. And
Yeah.
maybe a little bit more space between each of them because it is a little bit cramped.
I mean, what I would probably do within underneath that hero section where it's got the bit that you just said to change is I would actually put something. So the home loan specialist makes it not feel as if he's speaking to the customer, right? If you had to change that to around to be your home loan specialist,
Yeah.
you probably don't need this your trusted partner in navigating your path to financial success, because that to me sounds a bit fluffy, right? It's just a bit fluff, something that AI wrote. So I would probably change that to be more personable. Now, bearing in mind that we're a home loan specialist, so my personal opinion would be, and as opinion at this point, because anything in marketing and content and things should really be tested, is I would make it more personable, as if it's speaking to the customer. Remember, the customer's the hero, you're just a guide. So
Yep.
I would say something along the lines of your home loan specialist in Mackay on what Sundays, because then what that does is that tells people that he is servicing the Mackay and what Sundays, plus it's good for SEO. So I've got this kind of long single column of text here. Now I've seen this on some websites before, um, and I can see that it basically tells a story, right? I'm not sure. I mean, I would say that it might be worth thinking about re-engineering that whole section,
Yeah.
because it just looks like a hell of a lot of text. The actual text itself, I mean, I would maybe put it in. I mean, the headings are just bold headings, so they're not even like heading tags like H1, H2, H3, etc. They should probably be H3 following from the H2 above it, and then maybe have that relayed out sometime. The chances of people reading this text is probably zero to none, to be honest. But
Yeah.
from
When I came onto the website, I didn't read it.
But from an SEO standpoint, there's some good SEO elements in there, especially for local
Yeah.
SEO. It would be good to see where Josh's website is ranked actually for these particular keywords. But that whole section probably needs re-engineered to better benefit the customer, getting your message across, making them feel trusted, and also to better benefit the website for better conversion.
Mm.
So as we move down to the next section, yeah, it's got access over 60 lenders in one place. Fantastic.
This is great.
And
Yeah.
it's got the logos of the banks and things there. So it shows that he's not just focusing on the one bank, obviously
Yeah.
because he's a broker. A good bit of proof. You could probably be doing with more social proof, to be honest, on this page, which I would have probably put underneath the hero, including, maybe 3 testimonials. You could put a case study underneath or just before the logos that they've got. You could probably use third-party reviews as well, and awards. So if you've got any Google reviews, get them onto the website. It just helps you build more trust and credibility. If you've got like trust badges and certifications and industry affiliations, those are also good for to be on the website. So obviously we've got the logos of the bank there. There is a There is actually a get directions and a little map icon in the bottom. So that's obviously Cannon Vale. So we're up in the Early Beach there. Nice place to live, I must say. Not sure you need that in that one little bit. I'd probably re-engineer that whole map section.
Yeah. I agree. I think it looks like it's in a what, 3 column, four
And
column, and you're meant to have multiple
yeah,
locations, but
it's got a little map there. Although you can click the directions and it brings up the map, which is good.
yeah.
I mean, on a mobile, that'll probably look fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be on the one page. And in actual fact, that's what it looks like, as if this text up below the hero's design for more about being on mobile rather than desktop. So it'll be interesting to
Yeah.
see the analytics to see what the split is between um, desktop and mobile to see what
Yeah.
people are viewing it in. I would imagine it's probably still desktop, to be honest.
Frequently asked questions is amazing.
Even takes them to another frequently asked questions section. That's good.
Yeah,
Well
that's
done,
really good
Josh.
for
Yep,
your SEO there.
good for your SEO, and that's usually facts which are used for snippets
Yeah.
within Google, and they're using AI information now. What you need to make sure though is that your facts are actually displayed as schema. Uh, I can't really see any there actually. Um, Let me just check this. No. Oh no, there is. There is. Yep. So you've got. Sorry, no, that's not actually what that is. It looks like a script which is actually automatically generating the facts. So what you really need there, Josh, is you need to try and add in some schema. If you don't know what that is, mate, feel free to reach out and we'll be able to help you understand more about that. We actually, if you go over to our blog and have a look at our blog, we'll post a link to you as well to understand schema. But fact schema basically allows Google, and we'll focus on Google because Google's the biggest search engine with like 98% of all searches being done there.
Yeah.
As it tells Google about questions and answers. So if you have a look at your Google profile, you'll see that there's a Q&A section on there as well. So Google want to see these Q&As. They want to see that you're answering the questions of your customers. And ideally, in terms of your Google profile as well, your frequently asked questions can be added by yourself, Josh. So you can actually add questions and answers at the same time. You need to add the question first, save it, and then go back in and add the answer within your Google profile. So I would actually go into your Google profile and copy all your facts with all your answers and get that in your Google profile as well. Because
Yeah.
that'll help with local SEO.
Yeah.
But you need to get schema in there to back up your frequently asked questions on your website. Schema is what the search engines see, not what users see.
Yeah.
So we've got a blog section here, read from blog. Again, that's good. I mean, it's answering questions that people ask. That's good. Not really sure what benefit this hashtag brokers work for you means,
The only thing,
Josh.
just going back to the blog, I'd try your best to get real images. Obviously it's hard because I feel like, getting a home loan's quite a personal thing. It's not something that, people be taking photos of just on the fly. But if you can try, if you're trying to source images as well, try find people that look like they're from Australia, or if you're in the USA or Canada or wherever you are, try and get people that look like they're from where you are, because it'll resonate more with your clients.
Yeah, 100%. And another thing as well, read more would be flagged by Google as not being very intuitive for the user. The best thing you probably do there is dump the read more and just link the title, which looks as if it's linked anyway.
Yeah.
You probably don't need the read more there. Yeah. Brokers for you, not really sure what this hashtag is, what it means. Probably pointless having it there unless there's something specific that everybody knows that I don't. But yeah, I would probably bin that. This, you've got a G in the footer, which I suppose is a Google map. Again, probably
Yeah.
doesn't really mean anything there. It's just a G, which is highlighted. Not really sure what that is. Well, I know it's a map link because I can see it, and it takes you to the home loan specialist mortgage broker. So that must be your where you live, I suppose. Is that correct? That looks like it's away up by Cairns. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's happening with that, Josh. But that's maybe something that maybe needs looked at.
Looks like your Google profile isn't complete. So it knows you're in North Queensland somewhere, but it doesn't actually know where because you don't have an address on there. So that would be good to get updated because that will help with your inquiries, and people finding you locally as well.
Yeah, and there's an ask as a question section there. Is that to actually just ask a question, or how did you hear about us? This is good. Although what I would do is I would change this from a drop down to just a text field like this and make it required. And the reason I would do that is you want to try and attribute where they came from, because so, like when you're in Google and you're looking at Google Analytics and you think to yourself, well, Derek says that he found us on Google because that was the last attribution, the attribution point, as in that's where they found you. Because but it could have been their friend that told them about, oh, look for Josh, the home loan specialist. So they've then went to Google home loan specialist, came across you, and put Google in there, or selected Google because that's maybe like there you go, Google online search.
Mm,
But in actual fact, that's no the right part. So having other and not a text field is probably not good as good for attribution, because then you need to ask them again where exactly did you find us. But so having a just an open text field which is required, and that's what we do on our website as well, is really good. So it gives you
yeah.
a good understanding of where people are actually coming from. Okay, so I've got a few other bits and pieces sections in there. What makes us different? Yeah, I mean that's pretty good. Um, just kind of
Are you looking at this?
this is the blue section.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. So what that's doing is that's giving a little bit of credibility for Josh. We've
Yeah.
got compare rates, loan calculators, and get in touch, which do work. Just taking a bit of time to load in.
Oh, there's no compare home. Oh, it does, sorry.
Okay,
Yep.
so get started. All goes to the home loan application procedure, which is fine. That's all good.
Yeah, nice.
Um, it's fine.
Let's
07.
look at the about section.
Okay, so contact pages is okay. I mean, I would probably put your face on there, Josh, so that people actually know who you are
Who they're speaking to.
or who you are
People
anyway.
buy from people.
That's correct, yeah. Okay, so we've got this section on here, which is in a small.
Mind, I can't see your screen. You need to.
So I'm on the about page. Oh, sorry,
What one?
about our team.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's just a big blank.
And
Oh,
I
yeah.
get, I think that's, I mean, that's obviously just the styling of that particular page probably needs work.
Needs fixed, yeah.
I would also put an image of yourself there, Josh.
And of Terry.
And Terry, yep, I probably wouldn't have it in one big block like that. I would probably put an image with maybe your name, your title, your direct numbers, and maybe a smaller one paragraph is probably all people need. I doubt people are even reading all that, to be honest.
Yeah. People, when they come to your website, people don't care about you. They care what you can do for them.
That's correct. Yeah, the page could probably be done with a little, and a few of the other pages
Better
are like
styling.
this. I just need tidied up a bit. Okay, so working with a broker. So I was telling you again what makes them different. Then get in touch. Seems a bit higgledy-piggledy this page. I'd probably put the get in touch at the bottom. What we do for you.
Yeah, this page feels a bit disordered.
Yeah, I would agree.
It doesn't flow correctly. I think, you know, why use a broker? Have maybe your like process, it's simple as 3 steps, 1, 2, 3. I'd have the what makes us different at the bottom, contact I'd have at the bottom. Get
Just
rid of the brokers for you.
generally tidy it up.
Yeah.
And I mean
Uh, oh,
sorry,
what you
go.
gonna say?
Well, I was going to say that on all pages you need to try and add some credibility in there. Just
Yeah.
have the one main call to action. Have your phone number and that always visible on the website as well. Have a logical page structure. Also have the content available to people depending on where they are in a buyer's journey, such as awareness, interest, and then conversion, if you
Yeah.
like. Add trust badges and certifications and industry affiliations where you can. I think there's quite a few pages on here that could be doing with an SEO and content strategy. For instance, if you go to compare home loan rates. Now, this page, when I first loaded, all I seen was a contact.
Contact.
But if you wait a few
Yeah.
seconds, the actual iframe loads in, where it has like a few lenders with their rates and things. Probably not good for user experience. That'll probably be really slow on mobiles as well. And to be
Yeah.
honest, it does. I mean, as much as I can see the rates are different, what does it actually mean? And the whole point of going to a home loan broker is to find out why they are different. What's
Yeah.
included in that one that's not included in that one, which is why that one's cheaper and things like that as well.
Yeah. I think let's have a little look at the page speed now. So we did pop your website through Page Speed Insights, which will just give us a deeper understanding into your performance, accessibility, to the things that you can't see with your eyes. So your performance is sitting at a 56, accessibility is sitting at an 80, your best practices is up at 96 in the green, which is awesome, and your SEO is lacking just a little bit at that 85. So the main thing here with your performance you're lacking is the images that you have. They seem to be quite large and taking quite a long time to load in. Now this is just the homepage that we've gone through here because you don't have images on all your pages.
And
Um,
of course, that's actually for mobile as well. And if you
yeah,
browse to desktop, there was actually an error generated on that on the home page when the system was actually checking it. And you can see there that it does not have meta name viewport tag. So what we'll do, Josh, is we'll share these results with you so that you can see what Google might see.
Yeah.
Now we're obviously seeing the website, so certainly at that particular, but just at a particular time when PageSpeed was checking it, there was has found an error in your code, and so
Yeah.
that probably needs to be resolved as soon as possible.
Yep. I think overall, your website, you have all the right content there, and I feel like you do have the right message. Um, but you do need some clarity with your layout and cohesion within your website.
Yeah, there needs to be a content strategy there in order to, understand, when someone is just looking for information, where do they go? When somebody
Yeah.
knows what they're looking for, where do they go? When somebody's ready to convert, where do they go? How do you build the trust with people on each page? So you don't
Mm.
just have testimonials on the homepage, you have testimonials and social proof
Throughout the
on
website.
right
Yeah.
through the website, because you need to remember that when people are looking for things on Google, it's not just your homepage that's indexed, it's every other page if it's SEO'd properly.
Yeah, and it also doesn't look like you've got your blog linked up in your hero, your menu items. So that's something to think about as well, adding in there, because you might have people that are just coming to your website for general information and they'd like to go to the blog. You don't want someone having to go through your whole website to find the link to your blog. You want to make it as simple, easy, and um, have the best user experience for people that are coming on your website.
100%.
All right. Well, I think that's all we have today for you. We'll send everything over via email to you. And if you do have any questions, don't feel like scared to reach out. We're more than happy to help you um, fix some bits up and grow your business. All right. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you.
Bye.